Sound, noise, and acoustics can have profound impacts on patients, staff members, and visitors in hospitals. Do you know how many staff members are negatively affected by noise in their daily work environment? 91%. Nurse Florence Nightingale was a protagonist of proper medical care and a foundational philosopher of modern nursing. Already back in 1859, she declared how unnecessary noise is the most cruel abuse of care which can be inflicted on either the sick or the well. So she already knew how important it is to have a good healing environment. 100 years ago, a hospital ward, it looked like this. Is this a healing environment? Well, when it comes to acoustics, not that much. You see a lot of hard, smooth materials which reflect all the sound waves, and that is negatively influencing the sound environment. Sort of the same situation, but now a hospital from nowadays, in Manila, the Philippines. A room where you have a lot of newborn babies. They make a lot of sound, noise if they cry. So why didn't they add sound absorbing materials to lower these noise levels? No, a concrete ceiling. And you should know that the hearing of a newborn baby, it is 100 times more sensitive than ours as adults. So hospitals can be extremely noisy nowadays. Noise levels have even doubled since the 70s. And being exposed to all these noise levels, our heart rate goes up, our blood pressure goes up. Of course, that's not healthy. When patients suffer from sleep disturbances, they will often experience changes in alertness, healing time, and also in the length of stay. And also, errors are easily made. When a doctor is asking a nurse to give a patient, let's say 15 milligrams of medicine A or B, but what did I just say? 15 or 50? Speech intelligibility is a very important parameter when it comes to communication. Here you see average noise levels recorded during 24 hours in a hospital ward. And also they recorded the maximum noise levels. Of course, they are higher than the average. But what is the maximum decibel level that the World Health Organization is recommending in hospitals? 40. So we have a long way to go before we are there. What are the sound sources that we are so annoyed about, that is irritating us so much? Well, these are just a few of a 30 plus sum up from a research. And as you can see, not one really pops out. It's all kinds of everything. And it doesn't have to be a loud sound source to become noise. This is a noise which I recorded myself, a water dispenser. And why is this sound noise? Because this water dispenser was placed in a waiting room where I was with my wife. My wife needed to have a scan, and because of that, she needed to have a full bladder. So in this waiting room were people waiting with a full bladder next to a water dispenser with this noise. You can imagine how annoyed they all were. Not only visitors, patients, also staff members, they are affected, negatively affected by noise. They get irritated, they have concentration problems, and not just a few, actually quite a lot. For you to know, 66% is about 3 million people working in a healing environment in the European Union. 3 million people. Improved acoustics in a healing environment, they reduce risks of conflicts, errors, people are more relaxed, they are less irritated. And by adding sound-absorbing materials like a ceiling, you can lower these noise levels, even up to 6 dB. Is that much? Well, for you to know, if you have a sound source and it is lowered 10 decibels, we perceive this as half as loud. So 6 decibels is quite a lot. A poor acoustical environment impedes effective communication between patients and staff. A well-designed acoustical environment is critical in addressing these problems. Noise levels can be effectively reduced by installing high-performing, sound-absorbing ceilings. Also, acoustical ceiling tiles improve speech intelligibility by reducing sound reverberation and increase speech privacy by reducing sound propagation into adjoining areas. And it doesn't always have to be white. You can have design freedom and play with colors like you see in this hospital. Both ceilings that you see are sound-absorbing ceilings. And also take into account that there are rooms in a hospital, like a restaurant, where you have a lot of people coming together. They eat, they drink, they talk, so quite high noise levels. By adding sound-absorbing materials, you can lower these noise levels to the level that you want to have. So let's take care of hospital staff, patients, their families, their friends, and let's create a healing environment that really sounds beautiful to everyone. With that, I want to end this session. If you have any more questions, just send an email to the email address that you see here or reach out to one of my local colleagues. Thanks for your attention, and until next time.